This was how Governor Fubara broke the silence after the Aso Villa Accord. There was a Bura Accord. Now we now know Aso Villa Accord. Days after, or hours after, the Info Commissioner, Joel Johnson, also clarified the issues on ground that no, do not have any doubt. It was actually the governor who appended his signature on the Aso Villa Accord. 8-point resolutions, they also call it. This has actually put paid speculations and doubts that it was actually the governor himself that appended his signature on that paper that emanated from Aso Villa, as presided over by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Different people have different opinion to what is happening as it relates to the Aso Villa Accord. That's what people call it these days. But what are the people saying? Rivers people are divided along this accord. Some are saying that no, it was ambushed. Some others are saying no, for the sake of peace. But the governor himself has said for the sake of peace. For the fact that we have to be here to talk for development. For the fact that Rivers civil servants will have $100,000 each to go home with to spend their Christmas. For the fact that development must penetrate to the nooks and crannies of River State. For the fact that everybody must be at peace with each other. This is the reason why the governor signed that peace accord, the Aso Villa Accord, as I call it. But that's the much we can take on this introductory aspect of the program. The program is Stewardship with SNB, live from the studios of Rstv here in Port Harcourt. You can watch us live on GoTV channel 142 and Start Time channel 113. Of course, those of you who can also connect us via our social media handles, you can get us on Facebook, Instagram, and the X handle, that is former Twitter, at Rstv channel 22, and at Twitter you can watch us at Rstv 22ph online, and on YouTube you can watch us or connect to at Rstv online. These are the platforms with which you can connect to this program. Better still, the telephone lines will be displayed on your TV set, because without you, the viewer, we can't make any success on the program. And so we'll avail an opportunity to be part of this program with the telephone lines that will be displayed on the TV set to connect to the studio as the discussion progresses. Well, I have very eminent Rivers woman and man who are my guest discussants on the program. But I won't let the cat out of the bag without this short break that we're going to. Stay with us. Stewardship with SNB. Stewardship with SNB.
On every Thursday of the week, this seat beckons at those who superintend over institutions of government, be it politics, economy, personality, or even social-religious life, to give account of stewardship of what leaders have done or doing with the resources allocated to them at all levels and spheres of life. Watch Stewardship on Rstv every Thursday at 12:30 p.m. Stewardship with SNB, a point-blank approach to TV journalism.
Stewardship with SNB. Well, if you have just joined us on the program, my name is Solomon Nelson Braid, and the program is Stewardship with SNB, live from the studios of Rstv here in Port Harcourt. I promise you, wherever you may be in the world, in Americas, in the UK, in the UAE, in Asia, wherever you may be, you can just by your fingertip, just tap the subscription button, and then you'll get us via the social media handles that we have announced to you here. And so my guest today on the program to take a look at the Aso Villa Accord and the matters arising from there. Two gentlewomen and gentlemen, if I may say so. First is Comrade BEATRICE, the Rivers Labour Party governorship candidate. Of course, she also was the Labour chairman, NLC chairman here in River State before she ascended to being the governorship candidate of the party. Comrade BEATRICE, thanks for joining us on the program.
Thank you, it's my pleasure.
All right, my other guest, of course, you are beginning to guess who he is, as you're seeing his face, is Chief EMEKA BEKE, the dissolved APC chairman of Rivers State. Chief EMEKA BEKE, thanks for joining us on the program.
Thank you.
All right, gentlemen, how do we start this whole thing? Let me start with Comrade BEATRICE. First and foremost, you have told Governor Fubara that you will no longer be interested to take him to the Supreme Court, meaning that you have withdrawn your case against him. What motivated you? Is it for nothing?
So thank you. I'm a River's daughter and I'm married to a Rivers man, which is by implication I don't have another state than Rivers State, and so the interest of Rivers State should be paramount, far and above my own personal expectations and otherwise. And so when I saw the crisis in Rivers State, I wasn't happy actually during the elections and what happened, the outcome, because everybody knows what happened here at Rivers State. But then we have fought, and I went to the tribunal, from there we went to appeal, and I have filed at the Supreme Court. But when I saw the turmoil in Rivers State, I felt that I should not be part of the storm. And most of the explanations here and the people calling me that they want to use you, they want to do that. And so when I looked at it, I don't know where it was coming from, the explanations, but I felt that I'm too big to be used by anybody. And for peace to reign in Rivers State, I decided that I should withdraw that petition. From that day to all those rumors and insinuations have been put paid to, nobody has called me again to say. So peace was paramount in my top of priority. That's exactly why I decided for peace.
Okay, in a what-if scenario, if the Supreme Court declares a rerun, would you still contest now that you have withdrawn?
Well, one thing about Supreme Court judgments, once you have contested an election, you are a candidate. And so there should be a rerun. Every candidate that has contested, whether you want to contest, even those that didn't go to tribunal, are entitled to contest as long as they have appeared in the original ballot. But the thing that I have told the governor I'm no longer contesting, and if the governor is contesting, then I will sit with him, and since I've looked at it, and the developmental strides also matches what I was campaigning for. I was campaigning for the welfare of civil servants. I was campaigning for pensioners. I was campaigning for good governance. That means they should bring government that will be close to the people and begin to put things in place that the people is oriented. Not these high horse projects they are getting here and there. Yes, in as much I don't have anything against flyovers, but for crying out loud, it is somebody who has eaten and has a car that can use the flyover. So we want government to be grassroots. And so when I looked at the whole scenario, I am saying that I was coming from my place. I didn't get here on time. So I wouldn't say it. I know it's a beautiful one, but that is not to say that it is people oriented. What I'm trying to say that we should put in place government that the people oriented. The suffering of the masses is much, and so anybody that comes and begin to look the other way, then it's not for the people. So I've seen this our new governor, His Excellency Fubara, that his own projects are becoming people oriented. Recently, I've just been told that he has decided to give so it's 100,000 Christmas bonus across, but it's a welcome development. So I feel like all these things are geared towards exactly what I was campaigning for. So there will be no need. So if he's still run, I think I will go back to him and say I will give you my support this time around.
That's interesting. If he's watching you, I think it's a plus for you now. But was it for nothing? Here, money exchanged hands. Is that correct?
Money? Those that know me will know that I am not. Those that know me will know that I am not money conscious. I am not a money person.
At least it's for nothing.
It's for peace. I have said it earlier. I want peace to reign in Rivers State. I want an all-inclusive government. I want a government that will want to carry everybody along. And I just looked at it and I said that the governor wants to carry people along. That's why he's reaching out to people from across the world. It's not partisan per se. For crying out loud, the elections are over. Now it is time for governance. So he wants to reach out to everyone. That's exactly what he's doing. And so I'm impressed. It's not like money. Nobody gave me a dime.
All right, let's go into the main issues of the day. But I'll still ask you a question before I turn to Chief EMEKA BEKE. What's your take on the peace resolution between Governor Fubara and that of former Governor Wike, now Minister of FCT, presided over by President Bola Tinubu?
Actually, from day one, when I decided to withdraw my matter, I've always drawn this. I said peace is priceless and no sacrifice is too much to give for peace to reign. But there is one thing that you must know. I think is it Peter Touch who sang, there can be no peace except there is equal rights and justice. So when you want to have peace or bring peace in place, there must be equal right and justice. And you cannot say you are entering into a resolution that is one-sided, lopsided. And let me tell you, my brother, any agreement that is illegal or does not conform with the provisions of the law of the constitution is illegal and it cannot be implemented. And so what am I saying? This particular resolution, as I went through the paper, it does not conform with the law-down principle. It does not conform with the constitution of the Federal Republic. But the law says once you have declared without crisis in the party, so long as we know that
short break and then some two things before we continue. Don't go away. It's going to be very interesting. Please stay with us.
On every Thursday of the week, this seat beckons at those who superintend over institutions of government, be it politics, economy, personality, or even social-religious life, to give account of stewardship of what leaders have done or doing with the resources allocated to them at all levels and spheres of life. Watch Stewardship on Rstv every Thursday at 12:30 p.m. Stewardship with SNB, a point-blank approach to TV journalism.
The governor said he is a lover of peace and his administration will continue to prioritize peace of the state and the people. The governor assured that he is prepared and will continue to pay the necessary price that will guarantee peace in the state. Governor Fubara also emphasized the commitment of his administration to creating a universal access for all residents in the state to quality education and affordable healthcare services. He explained that while some progress has been made, more still needs to be done in achieving the collective aspiration of guaranteed education and healthcare for all in order to sustain an enduring progress of the society.
I call you my guest because the support you have shown within this period is unmeasurable. From quarters, from ordinary, I don't even have any contact with them, but they have stood by us. I want you to know that there is no amount that is too big to pay for peace. I will continue to pay it.
Governor Fubara also commended Dr. Peter Odili for establishing Pamu University and achieved enormous transformation within its 6 years of establishment. He announced an increase in the number of students to benefit from the state government scholarship to the institution from 100 to 150 students with immediate effect.
We have no choice as a government but to continue to offer tangible material support to enable this university to widen the scope and quality of medical education and services that it provides for their states. As we transit to the next phase, practical teaching and specialization should be taken serious.
Pro-Chancellor and Chairman of Council of the University, Dr. Peter Odili, who is also former Governor of Rivers State, said the institution started in 2018 and is today graduating 40 students as first set of medical doctors after 6 years of study who will fly the flag of the university wherever they will be employed. Tamun Labarabi Iblubo, Rstv News.
On every Thursday of the week, this seat beckons at those who superintend over institutions of government, be it politics, economy, personality, or even social-religious life, to give account of stewardship of what leaders have done or doing with the resources allocated to them at all levels and spheres of life. Watch Stewardship on Rstv every Thursday at 12:30 p.m. Stewardship with SNB, a point-blank approach to TV journalism.
Well, for those of you who are just joining us, you're on to the program Stewardship with SNB from the studios of Rstv here in Port Harcourt. I am still joined by two eminent Rivers daughter and son, Comrade British ITUBO, Rivers Labour Party governorship candidate, and that of Chief EMEKA BEKE, dissolved APC chairman, Rivers State. All right, let me turn to Chief EMEKA BEKE. Who is actually the chairman, the authentic chairman of APC in Rivers State, and where does the party stand in the prevailing conflict in Rivers State?
Let me thank Rivers people. First, I was duly elected by the Congress on the 16th of December 2021. That's when we had Congress in Rivers State. And everybody knows that I've run affair of the party from secretary, or the financial secretary of the party in Rivers State. From there, I moved to become chairman of the party, and the party has been on. We campaign 23 local government in Rivers State, 319 wards in Rivers State for the party. And like what my colleague who just came here, everybody knows what happened in the election in Rivers State. And after that, there's no crisis in APC. There has never been crisis under the leadership of Rotimi BEKE. Went for the election, we came out from the election, what happened and all that.
No, Chief EMEKA BEKE, leave the long story. Who is the authentic chairman?
In the eyes of the law, I'm already in court with them. I'm already in court with them. NWC does not have any right whatsoever to dissolve the ESCO. The only one that has right is NEC.
Why do you think so?
They don't have the right. It's a question of the party. If I knew, I would have come. They don't have that right.
And
they know.
You mean they were not privy to this?
They didn't know. You should know where they're coming from. I don't think come out. They don't know. I can tell you.
I should know where they're coming from.
You know where they're coming from.
I don't know.
Okay, I'm coming because the man who is the former governor of the party wants to take over the structure of the party in the state.
The man who
was the former governor of the party wants to take the structure of the party in the state.
Really?
Yes.
Tell us about it.
Everybody knows that Wike wants to take over the structure of the party in the state. He wants to hold APC, he wants to hold PDP. He can't hold it. He will never hold it. Unless he's ready to kill everybody. But for this particular hour, he's going to lose. I'm going to fight it to the last.
So how would you love to be addressed as
I have told everybody that was lead, I am still the chairman of the party in the state.
But Tony Kocha is holding sway.
He's holding sway because somebody's playing the drum for him somewhere. Tony knows that what they're doing is illegal. He knows. At least I spoke to the National Secretary yesterday.
But his position is authenticated by Ganduje, the national chairman.
Now, that's what I'm saying, that if you follow in the constitution of the party, NEC does not, NWC of the party does not have any right whatsoever to dissolve. They don't have. What they are trying to play. Okay, let me take you back a little bit. I was in my bedroom at about 12 midnight. Ganduje called me on the phone.
Recently?
Yes. Before this, that he wants me to talk to Governor Nyese Wike, the FCT minister. And I said, why would I talk to him? He's a member of my party. I can't talk to him, sir. With due respect, I can't do that. And I off my phone on him. From that moment, I knew that something will happen. If Wike wants to come to AP, he should come to the essence of political parties to receive people to the party, not to chase people. No matter who wants to come, even though your worst enemy wants to come to your party, you receive the person. Come to the party, let my turn off in. If my turn off in, and probably the delegates don't want to vote me for second time, I'll go back home and sleep. But you might allow my time to finish. From that moment, I knew that something is going to happen. He has tried to reach out to me, and I said, I don't want to work with him. This is not the first time.
So you don't want to work with him? He has chosen whom he will work with.
But it's not going to be possible. The court will decide who becomes authentic chairman, and it's going to be too long.
Well, the tradition of impunity in this country by politicians, do you think that if the court declares you as authentic chairman, it will be respected?
Then definitely they will respect it.
All right. Now, part B of the question. What is your take on the political imbroglio in Rivers State between Governor Fubara and Wike?
Sim is the governor of Rivers State.
Sim what?
Sim Fubara is the governor of Rivers State. As a governor, you know what comes with the governor, office of the governor. Very powerful office. Sim should be given that respect as governor of the state. And I can tell you, like I said earlier, I've told a lot of my time, we are finished our election area, we're talking about governance of the state. Rivers State has to move on. We can't be stagnant in one particular place over the years. Lagos and Rivers State used to have the same IGR. Look at Lagos and look at Rivers State today. What is the problem? Because we don't have a good governance in the state. The last government that elected balkanized this state. And a young man who have come, who has fear of God. If you watch him, has a very common, he has been in the social, he wants to straighten the state. And one man wants to sit in Abuja, wants to control Abuja and control Rivers State. It's not being fair. The entire Rivers people are solid behind it. It's not about party right now. It's about governance of this state. And this state has to move on.
So if you are peradventure made the authentic chairman of APC, you will still support him?
He's the governor of the state. It's not about party, he's governor. Whether hook or by crook, they declared INEC accepted as he's the governor of the state. We have to respect him as the governor of the state. It's not about party. When we talk about party politics. But when it comes to governance of the state, Sim Fobra is the governor of Rivers State. We must give him that respect that is due to him.
All right. I'll come back to you on that matter. Comrade ITUBO, what would you do if you were in the position of Governor Sim Fobra in the prevailing circumstance? First, taking a cursory look at the 8-point resolution put forward by ASO Villa Accord. What would you do?
Well, I wouldn't imagine what I would have done, because from day one, I detest godfatherism, and you know that. And so maybe I wouldn't have been cornered to this level. But then, if I am in that situation, what he did, I would have been able to. Maybe I will show them my respect. If I look at all that I do and I feel that my life is endangered, I can smartly sign the paper and come. There's one thing to sign. There's another thing to implement. I've told you earlier that any engagement with someone that is against the law is not implemented. Do you
The Info Commissioner the governor who spoke through the Info Commissioner had said, told Rivers people that in the days to come, the agreements that were reached at ASO Villa Accord will be implemented to the latter.
The governor is representing us, not himself. And we are talking about Rivers State, not about the person who is occupying the office, for crying out loud. And so he can go and say, well, we have come to look at it, but the government is successful to Rivers State.
Okay, this question is for both of you. You first, let me shoot first. Do you think Governor Fubara will be trusted by the people again if he continues with his philosophy of sacrificing for peace all the time?
Let me tell you one thing. Maybe the governor may not know, but I'm using this forum to also tell him. They are only trying to postpone the evils day. What they are trying to do is to see how they can say they are now withdrawing the impeachment. Who is impeaching who? People whose position is illegal. Even the meeting of yesterday was illegal because they are not operators. So my party will contest that position.
Do you share that? Tell us about it.
He's the governor of this state. You see, when I listen, I watch those communique, and I just ask myself, what are we really doing? Tinubu was former governor of Lagos State. Did it happen in his own state? How can you see that in Abuja? Say, oh, governor this, governor is not done anywhere. For me, those assembly members, they are not members of my party. That's the truth. They are not members of my party. Because there's a process if you want to join the political party.
Publicly announced
that
first. They are no longer members of the PDP. They are members of the APC, which is the party.
If you want to leave a political party, first you start from your ward. From the ward to the LG to the state. Are they members of that, my LG? And as I speak to you as chairman of the party, the registers of the political, the 23 local are still under my custody.
Oh, really?
Every details of the party. So they called me yesterday from the national secretary. They wanted some document. I said, I'm not going to give to you. They will sort out as a
Did they consult to the
How can they consult? They don't have it. Doesn't have any. I have details of the political. As I speak, to go to my office, you have all the documents of APC in my office.
You still operate an office?
Yes, I have my office. They didn't come to every secretariat. They didn't come to every secretariat. Ask them.
So what are you functioning as?
I'm functioning as the chairman of the party. Why did they call me from national? They wanted some document. I should produce the document for them. And I said, yes, I've had them. But I told my board,
you're not associating yourself with the Kanduje National...
see, whether you associate with Dangote, I told the national chairman, you see, when you're taking me back, I told the national chairman on the TV, listen, we did not elect you. It was unpicked with the national secretary of the party. And that if they continue this process of this matter, they should understand that the current election is on state. They are illegal.
Tony is illegal?
Tony, who is Tony? I'm not talking about Tony. Tony is not an issue. I don't want to talk about Tony Kusha. Talking about discussing about Tony, somebody who is not a member of your party. Everybody know what happened in Rivers State in the last election. Was Tony a member of APC? Tony left APC. He went to SDP, from SDP to PDP.
He's a member of PDP?
Yes.
He's not.
Tony is a member of PDP.
No, I'm not aware.
But I'm telling you, he knows that he's a member of PDP.
But is the caretaker committee chairman?
If somebody is playing a drum for you somewhere, and the president finds it, okay, like you rightly said, the governor went to Abuja to sign a memorandum. Where did they sign it? In Aso Villa. Under supervision of who?
The president.
After the president, who is the next person? Chief of staff. Who is chief of staff? Who is wicked? All the appointment has come to Rivers. Has the governor been consulted? The truth is that
maybe yes.
No, it's not been consulted. I can tell you that for free. He has never been consulted to anyone. Let's take for example, Ason Duwena, who was presenting Rivers State for Reverend Mobile, died today. The next day, they appointed another person.
That's Ambassador Desmond
Manaka, the former chairman of PDP. What is happening around there is just one man is... No Rivers person can go to Aso Rock to see the president. As party, we have seen the vice president concerning the Rivers State issue. We had a meeting with the vice president. To see the president, we can stop it to date.
This wiki is very powerful. To see the president, wiki stopped it.
Well, I don't know whether he was powerful. Probably he's using our resources to make sure that he's ready.
Now, let me turn to BEATRICE ITUBO, Correct BEATRICE ITUBO. And the Nigerian Edwin Clark has advised Governor Fubara to fight on or resign, and that if he swallows this bitter pill, it may swallow him. Do you think his advice is hasty as an elderly man, or it was too harsh for Governor Fubara?
Well, I wouldn't say it was too harsh. The truth is that when you see a child that you love and you feel that there are some dangers lurking around him, probably he may not know. Because there's something that we say that what an elderly person sees even while sitting down, and a young person may not, even if you like climb an could be. So there's something he has been in governance. I listened to him yesterday in Arise television, and he was enumerating the offices he had occupied before now, and so he's full of experience. And so knowing that, as far as I'm concerned, that resolution is a time bomb. Telling a sitting governor he should allow his assembly to sit on their own. Now we'll be operating with two constitutions. At the national level, that was before I carry workers and we protested to the state assembly, and they ran away. They didn't come to address us.
They supported it. All right, it's not for the good of River State, it's not for the good of humanity, but the governor has admitted that he actually appended his signature for the sake of peace. Well, we'll take a short break. And in case you do not know, let me just inform you that part of the 8-point resolutions that were reached at Aso Villa Court is that the governor will have to represent the 2024 budget of over 800 billion naira to a well-constituted, in their words, assembly. Don't forget that document, that budget has been signed into law by the governor himself, and of course implementation has kick-started. The other one is that the assembly members who had hitherto rejected their party, defected from their party PDP to APC, can retain their seats in the state assembly. And then there's another one again, that they can sit anywhere of their choice to deliberate on issues relating to governance. Well, that short silence speaks volume. We'll take a short break, and when we return, the party men who are seated here will tell us the fate of those 27 PDP to APC members. Stay with us.
On every Thursday of the week, this seat beckons at those who superintend over institutions of government, be it politics, economy, personality, or even social-religious life, to give account of stewardship of what leaders have done or doing with the resources allocated to them at all levels and spheres of life. Watch Stewardship on Rstv every Thursday at 12:30 p.m. Stewardship with SNB, a point-blank approach to TV journalism. On every Thursday of the week, this seat beckons at those who superintend over institutions of government, be it politics, economy, personality, or even social-religious life, to give account of stewardship of what leaders have done or doing with the resources allocated to them at all levels and spheres of life. Watch Stewardship on Rstv every Thursday at 12:30 p.m. Stewardship with SNB, a point-blank approach to TV journalism.
All right, you're welcome back to the program Stewardship with SNB from the studios of Rstv here in Port Harcourt. Comrade ITUBO, Rivers Labour Party governorship candidate, is still here with me, and Chief BEKE, the dissolved APC chairman here in Rivers State. Both of them are all party men, and so we're going to ask them political questions now. Gentlemen, first let me ask Chief BEKE. The PDP, which is not a party, insists that the agreement between Governor Fobara and the Amewole faction is illegal and inconsequential, meaning that the seats of the 27 or 25 members who defected from PDP to APC is declared vacant, and they have called an INEC to, to call for election so that those seats can be filled back. In your opinion, as a politician, where do you think this will lead to?
I don't think it will lead to it. First, they've lost their seats from the state assembly. They are no members of the River State House of Assembly anymore. If they feel
in the eyes of the law,
in the eyes of the law and the eyes of the people, because you see, there are certain things you do. You bring anarchy to the country. Nigeria has been, let me tell you, when there's a limit you suppress a child, the boy will just wake up and say, look, whatever is going to happen, let it happen. We can't continue this way. We must obey our constitution. If we decide not to go back, there is no need to be governance in the country. If the party gives them, they go back to their party, probably they come back to a PDP, and PDP give them, they go for fresh election. We don't need to talk about that. The law will take its own course. Nobody will.
But they're still parading themselves. They sit at the residential quarters of the assembly to say that they really called on Governor Fubara to come forth with the budget of 2024 to present to them. Are you aware of that?
I'm aware of that.
Okay.
Now, as a governor, has he presented the budget to them?
He hasn't.
That's one. They've gone on vacation till next year, till about it's probably 30th or something of January. The truth is that they know that they've shot themselves on their leg. You know, somebody that is trying to grab everything for him to come. That's what they're doing. They made a mistake. That was the total blunder. Okay, the assembly member decamp. Why did the local government chairman not decamp? Why did the Wike himself not decamp? Why did the national assembly member not decamp? You know, when somebody is playing a fast game, and I look at them at this time in their life, they should be able to overgrow that. Yeah, somebody might make you to become.
Chief EMEKA BEKE, the presidential directive says that these members of the PDP of the assembly who defected from PDP to APC should return to retain their seats.
Seats will retain their seats.
But
the party they won election have already written to INEC.
No, if the Aso Villa Accord is to be respected.
What is Aso? You see, when we do this, and those are the things whether Aso Villa, are they retired work? No. Whatever they are doing, that is they've had an agreement there. One thing is to do, and one other thing is to implement the agreement. If let's find yourself the aspiration of governor, will you accept those agreements?
But it's signed.
Okay, I've signed, and I want to implement. Like I said, if Sin Fubara, the governor of Rivers State, fails to understand his position as governor of Rivers State, rather he wants to, but as governor, he knows his right, he knows his honors as governor, and I don't think he wants to play with it.
All right, Comrade ITUBO, what's your take on that?
I told you here earlier that what happened in Aso Rock is purely adversary. Was it President Obasanjo who said that when I appoint as advisors, your role is to advise me and my own is to accept or reject. I am not under any obligation. So the governor has been advised, and he knows that advice is
on paper, and it was signed.
It doesn't matter. I have signed, yes. I appended but I have come back to look at it, to study it. After Nigeria, before the Nigerian Civil War,
if it is different, it can be tendered in court to say you.
But I have told you here before that any agreement that is not in tandem with the provisions of the Constitution or provision of the law is not implementable. I told you here that earlier, and more so, that advice is not in conformity with or it's not in tune with the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. You cannot be there in Aso Rock and begin to give directives to the state governor. Just as the president is in charge of Nigeria, so also the governor is in charge of this state. And all the executive powers he owns. It is the governor who should tell the assembly where to sit. Not the assembly deciding, so they can decide to go to FCT and sit, and then it will be binding on the governor. Who says so? The governor cannot represent a budget that he has signed into law. Are we playing with River State? Is River State has it become a play theater? If people can just begin to toss us up and down, it is not working.
Presidential directive.
Presidential directives, if it is in line with the Constitution, yes, of course, we will accept. But if it is not, he has sworn to defend the Constitution. So also Fubara has sworn to defend the Constitution. We will defend it here.
All right. I know that the viewer has been following the program and they are itching to also participate. And so the telephone lines, I think, are already displayed on the TV set. You can just call. We have a first caller here. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Your name and where you're calling from, please.
My name is
Ibidia Daniel. Thanks for joining us.
Okay.
All right.
If I can talk to you, what is it I need? Not accepted.
Okay.
Because the regulation is still unfunded, which is very wrong. You cannot tell the civil government not to decide or not to put engage the House of Assembly on doing. What are they saying? Do you know the government is saying, the House of Assembly members are defeated. Who answers the debate?
But the governor said that for peace to reign, there is no sacrifice too much for him to make. What about that? Could you move away from the TV set? Your phone, you're close to your TV set. Could you turn down the volume or move away from the TV set? You can just shut it down. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. What I'm saying is this. Let the proper thing be done.
What is the
The proper thing is this. This is what they are going to them. So they are decided to other party people. Is that?
Yes.
Now, yes. With the things that they have to, as the one says now, they have to properly go and identify themselves with that party that they decided to stay. And there should be a first election if there is any that they want to see the leader of the House of Assembly. The present thing now, we don't know them as a House of Assembly leaders. So that people know that we go back to be in that place, we know that they are on PDP. Not that they say that they are on PDP. We don't know, we didn't know something like that. So the proper thing need to be done. We should follow the constitution. And then not to don't allow us to just to carry our it's like one person has taken over 50 okay. We are not with BEKE as well. We are not free.
All right.
We are not free. BEKE as well. Who they do the proper thing and then we just take the thing.
All right. Thank you very much. All right. One thing is worrisome, gentlemen, that Chief EMEKA BEKE is saying that those members did not return to him. You are a party man. You are, even though a dissolved APC chairman. Why would you say that they didn't return to your party? Is it because that you are no longer the helm of affairs and Tony Kocha is?
You know, the truth is, I see when you want to do things, do it very well. You know, they made a mistake and they are regretting about the mistake they've made. I can tell you that for free.
So if you were still the chairman, would you have received them?
Like I told you, I will receive anybody who wants to come to my party. I'm not going to chase them away. I will send them to the party.
So you are disowning them now because
I didn't receive them, yes. Probably if they come back in 1 month time, probably in a couple of months, then I can receive them to become members of my party. Okay. This has to go to the
by which time you would have got judgment?
Definitely, I'm going to get
in your favor.
Yes.
You are not the court.
No, I'm very sure because I know God is with me.
All right. The Army faction has purportedly withdrawn the impeachment notice to Governor Fubara. Is this action valid?
What impeachment are you even talking about?
No, there was a notice.
These are people that are sitting illegally. We said they are no longer our legislators. And so they are, so far as we are concerned, there was no impeachment anywhere. And so they are sitting there, they were just wasting. I want to believe that they were their friends, so they were just gallivanting.
I want Chief EMEKA BEKE to also have a say. Is this action valid? That's why I asked him.
What are you going to do? First, their seat has been vacated officially. We have a speaker. The right Reverend Edison is the speaker of the assembly. Because like I didn't even say 27 is no more in this, whatever is left, they will be able to form code for them to operate.
That's what the court says.
And that's what God has given them the mandate. Whatever you're talking about, whatever they are seen as friends who want to, who are the same political family, sometimes when you lose something, you see to everybody.
I want you to dissect this matter very critically because it's really worrisome. It's bugging my mind. Because the governor has said, I accept this resolution that were put forward to me. And I appended my signature. And both of you are saying that, no, it is not acceptable.
The governor is the leader of the party in the state, agreed. But is it in tandem with what the party is saying? The party itself has written to INEC that these seats are vacant. And they have not withdrawn that letter to INEC. And a court of competent jurisdiction has also declared that those seats are vacant, that they should no longer sit as members of the assembly.
But court cases can be settled out of court. You're aware.
When the judgment has been delivered,
on which of the issues?
The one that says they are no, this is not the speaker, and that the four of them they form a quorum to take decisions, and based on that court decision that they were able to sit and look at the appropriation bill and passed it into law.
Okay. Has anybody taken it to court that they should not retain their seats, having defected from PDP to APC? Has anybody?
There are court processes.
There are a lot of court processes.
There are lots. Even myself, I will institute one as I'm talking to you.
Oh, really? You are saying that people are listening to you.
Listen, the truth is that we can't continue to live the way we used to live before. This country has to move forward. The state has to move forward. We can't be doing illegality. That's the problem we have in this country. You know the right thing to do it. For you as a lawmaker, for you to resign from your seat, you should be able to study it very well. Why are you a lawmaker?
When you don't want to abide by the provisions.
That's the truth. Even they've already made a mistake. If I were them, I've made a mistake. Okay, I'm going back to APC. If they want to do further, let me see what APC will give me ticket. If Tony Kocha will give me, or if one fashion will give me. I've told them clearly that, like, as soon as we are done with the call, we're going to present our candidate. We'll present our candidate to run the election. Then the assembly elections.
And even in the PDP, if they go back today to PDP, it's not automatic again. They will
protest.
If PDP deems it, give them the ticket again.
All right. We'll call on the line. Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Stewardship with SMB from our
good afternoon.
We respect that.
The truth is that I want to comply with the Chief EMEKA BEKE and the Constitution. The 25th Assembly member that elect the PDP issue. The truth is we have been supported by the state and the local government and the law and the people and the people. They were supposed to control the people that voted them in order to make. We are going to move to the other party. We want to move the NDC. So that the people are not going to every elected them. And as far as the elected can be here, in the local government, we are not going to do this. We are in PDP. We are not going to do this. The majority of PDP is not going to do it by the people. We better go with the majority of the PDP. So the thing is that it's lost. You see, they are not together for a member. And so you can come for any time election, and you want to come back to the PDP because you want to do the PDP to get a PDP party. So the thing is they are not starting to use them. So you guys in a position of use them. You can see the level of the member to the way on. You want to celebrate and know the people. Like the point is that this is where the third authority. With the third authority, you want to get people to agree. So those people that know their kids, because they do not invest us and local government and the world because they do. Thank you very much
for sharing your thoughts with us. Comrade ITUBO, did Governor Fubara betray Rivers people by signing that controversial document?
I will say no, because he has not come to say he wants to implement them. Even when he wants to invest, people like me, like I said, I will go to court. I've already told my lawyers to prepare. And so we are going to court. He will not implement, because it is not implementable. Just look at it from this angle. A commissioner who is well read, I know that one of them is a professor of law, went and wrote a resignation letter that out of personal reasons, I'm leaving the seat, and left. And somebody is now telling that I should represent them. Then who is now nominating them? And well, let me just put it on national television that if they even go back, then they are shameless. Because if it is me, I cannot vomit and go back to lick that vomit.
Yes.
If they go back, then they are shameless. I made bold to say that. Why would you go back? You sat or nobody pressurized you. The government doesn't say you resign. Nothing happened. You just sat and said, because the ones I saw on social media, say for personal reasons. And I'm thanking the government for the privilege of serving. And then today somebody is now in Abuja and saying you should go back. And they want to go and represent the names to an illegal assembly. So as far as I'm concerned, the rightful assembly, the legal one that we know as the one headed by Medicine. That's the one that I know.
All right. In your opinion, Chief EMEKA BEKE, did Governor Fubara betray Rivers people by signing that controversial document?
He did not betray Rivers people anyway because he has not implemented it. And two, when you find yourself interfacing with Mr. President, you know the power of Nigerian president is very powerful. And what I think he did was just to, okay, let me sign this thing. I'll make a time to see Mr. President when I want to discuss this issue with him. And I believe that Mr. President will listen to him. You see, when people listen to what is happening in Nigeria, you should understand that the man we're talking about, the former governor of Rivers State, his days is just coming to an end politically. And he's looking for someone that will save him.
Whose days?
Former governor of Rivers State. This is 1 year a weekend.
His days are what?
He's not bad in politics.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why do you think so?
Because he has shown himself to the whole world the kind of person he is. He has shown to the world how greedy he is.
What kind of person is he?
Do I need to tell you? Are you not from Rivers State?
That you have said it on national television.
Yeah. Am I scared of him? Everybody knows Wike that he wants to own Rivers State. He wants to put Rivers State in his pocket. He has finished as governor. He should go home and sleep. Allow the number to go. That's what he wants. The problem is that he wants to sit and govern the state from Abuja.
Well, we have a caller here. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Fred.
Fred? Okay, thanks for joining from Andoni.
Yes. The truth of the matter is that in the state, if somebody is already in the point of government in the state, they should give the person a privilege to lead. Because if you are somebody who is from Ghana, you cannot go and find something from Africa and say that you need to go and speak in Ghana. You cannot go and find a document in the Parliament of Ghana without start to speak in Ghana. So we should know that we need to be at a community. We don't need to be at a river state. The decision is going to make the government is going to have to make a decision. Not only make the right decision because we don't need to be aggression. And we are on ground.
It's okay. All right. Thank you for sharing your thoughts with us. All right. Chief Edwin Clark, in a press conference, stated that the John Nation will fight the injustice meted on Governor Fubara. Do you think this will escalate matters?
Well, I am an Ijaw lady because by birth I am from Abuja, married to an Igbo man. Therefore, I am trying to advise my Ijaw brothers and sisters that this matter is not in any way related to ethnicity. We should not try to give it ethnic coloration.
Okay.
This is a single man who is trying to fight everybody. Are the Igbo even comfortable with it? Of course not. And so you can say it doesn't have to do with where you're coming from. This is one who has decided, who wants to play God, who wants the university to be at his whims and caprices. And the same person, somebody shared a video recently where he said River State cannot be Lagos. It can happen in Lagos, but it cannot happen in River State. Nobody owns River State. And he went further to say, if anybody is dreaming that when you put somebody somewhere, a person must do what you said the person should do, then you are no longer, then not that you are dreaming because it will not happen. But people are bound to change. I am quoting him. Then today you still that you have said, and they are not happening, manifesting physically before you, and you are not man enough to handle it. And so you can see that it's really unfortunate. But we are saying that we are because we want peace, as much as we want peace, there must be justice, there must be equal rights, because that's the only way that peace can rise. Because any peace that is not anchored on this, of course, an easy peace that will not stand the test of time.
We're drawing to the end of gradually drawing to the end of the program. But if I don't ask you this question, I'll be doing a disservice to Rivers people in whose minds these questions also lie. That is to say that some have heard that you are being biased because that former Governor Fubara and you know, former Governor Wiki rather, and you have had axe to grind, and this is an opportunity for you to fight back. That you couldn't come out to fight him when he was governor. Is that correct, madam?
Well, I wouldn't know what they mean by I couldn't come out. I was the only reverse voice that was speaking. Even when every other person was not speaking.
At the time your voice was silenced.
I spoke until the end. And it was because of the injustices meted to the River State workers that I had to stand up and say, let me contest this position. If I win, I will show them that workers can be treated better. And so there was no time I kept quiet. And up till now, I have never kept quiet. So when people started insinuating that they want to use me to fight the incumbent governor, I started laughing because they know that the last person who will want to work with them is myself. Because I don't believe in somebody wanting to play God. I am a Christian, therefore I reverence God, not humans. When you do something that is wrong, even as we are talking today, if the incumbent governor, His Excellency Sim Fubara begins to derail, I will also tell him that, okay, this particular one is not supposed to be this way. That's exactly how it should be. There should be checks and balances in the system. When one person wants to become the arrowhead at every other thing, whatever you say should be here and amen, then you are no longer a human being. You want to play God. And more people that have played God in the Bible, they didn't end well with them. Go and ask Pharaoh. Ask Nebuchadnezzar. Ask Belshazzar, the son of Nebuchadnezzar, that they will tell you people that played God how it ended. So it is not. I pray for them, let God tell them, let them repent and come back so that we can all be reversible and work together.
Chief EMEKA BEKE, would you say that the PDP was foolish for not settling this matter between Governor Fubara and that of the FCT minister and allowing Mr. President, who is of APC, an opposing party, to settle it in the way it will suit him and suit the FCT minister?
Well, I'm not a member of PDP.
But you're a party man from the party man's point of view.
You know that if you listen to BEKE campaign when they had their primary, he swore that anybody that emerges today, if he doesn't mind, he will support the person. What happened after that time? He abandoned the party, betrayed the party, sold out the party. If you're a party man, you go for a contest and you lose. As a genuine party man, you remain in the party. Probably God has his own time for you. He betrayed the party, sold the party, destroyed the party. What do you expect the party to do at that time? That's what the party can do. Even at that time, if you call Governor Wike first, Wike will not say, because Wike wanted to pull down the party because he didn't get the presidential ticket.
You are the dissolved chairman of APC. Who is the leader of APC in Rivers State? Is it Wike?
I don't know. That's right. That's in the finance. I don't know that, because if you see a man who is not a man, Wike has not joined APC as I speak today. But he wants to
body language.
He's in a PDP, but he wants to control. Well, look what Wike is doing. He wants to control APC. He wants to control PDP. He wants to do from the, but it's not going to be possible. It's not going to be possible.
All right, gentlemen, I'm already running out of time. Your final words on the program.
Well, I'm advising Rivers people that we should continue to be resilient, we should continue to rally around the governor, and also continue to be good citizens, and also to the governor that he should put the interest of the Rivers man first, not minding anybody. We are behind him. Nobody can intimidate him to do otherwise.
What will you be advising the governor at the time?
Well, as a governor of the state, he knows the confusion that the oath he has taken to protect life and property of Rivers people, and I know that he will do that. And I know he has a heart of Rivers people. Just this Christmas, he has given all the civil servants $100. That's to say, a man who meant well for the state. It has never happened in the history of the state before. I give kudos to the governor of Rivers State, and he should be able to know that he should hold on to God. God will be the final battle for him.
Chief EMEKA BEKE, dissolved APC chairman, Rivers State. Thank you so much for being a part of the program.
Thank you.
I have to address this because that's what it is.
That's what you think. Don't worry. I don't want to tell you. Just finish it.
All right. I'm the corporate British ITUBO, Rivers Labour Party governorship candidate. Thank you so much for being a part of the program.
It's my pleasure.
My name is Solomon Nelson Bueno. See you again same time next week. We shall bring you another guest on a different topic. Bye-bye. And
Thank you.
On every Thursday of the week, this seat beckons at those who superintend over institutions of government, be it politics, economy, personality, or even social-religious life, to give account of stewardship of what leaders have done or doing with the resources allocated to them at all levels and spheres of life. Watch Stewardship on Rstv every Thursday at 12:30 p.m. Stewardship with SNB, a point-blank approach to TV journalism.